Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Art and Outdoor Life here with John. I hope that you're having a great day, a good morning, great evening, wherever you are, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for viewing. Welcome back, everybody. So here I'm having fun, okay? I'm doing this on the spot. This is 8 by 10 or 8 by 12 black canvas. And I'm using the very budget-friendly acrylic paints here. Okay, I'm doing this from imagination because I'm getting ready to start doing some videos on different kinds of canvases and such. Okay, so yes, these are the very cheap, very affordable canvas boards. It's a canvas panel, and I'm using the very affordable, the cheap, crafty acrylic paints here. But I'm getting ready to, like I said, I'm getting ready to start doing some videos for, I have some student grade paint here. I have some new brushes for acrylics. And so I'm just basically trying this out for the first time. I've never painted on any black canvas before. And at the end of the video, I'll show you everything that I used. I'm excited. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm excited because I've been venturing off, like I've said, for months into oils and things. But I'm getting ready to start sooner than later. I'll be releasing some painting videos with oil paints and with acrylics. And what I'll do is I'll probably go ahead and show you what kind of brands I'm using for my acrylic paints and my oil paints, because I have different brands. They're not your beginner level paints like I use in oil color or watercolor. And I have some new brushes, new brush sets, and some very large panels, large canvases. Excuse me. So here I'm only using very minimal colors, and they're very bright. And I could have put some red in there, and I probably should have, but I didn't because I'm just testing the waters here. And as you watch this video, what you'll see is you'll see how I change things, like I do in all my painting videos. I start out one way, and then the paint takes me to another place, and then I start changing my mind, and I start coming up with ideas right on the spot, and I'm like, testing the waters, just being creative. Not being fussy, but just, trying this and trying that. So if you've never painted on black canvas before, and these are the very cheap ones, the very budget-friendly ones. Just a couple dollars for two of these, and this is 8 by 12. And it's acrylic paint, and I'm not using any water at all. It's straight from the tube. These are the craft tubes that you could buy like 8, I think, sets of 8 or 12 for like $5. But I'm just testing it out here. And so I thought I'd, just kind of show it on a video. But in the coming videos, I'll be showing some of the paint that I will be using. It's more advanced paint, and even the brushes are more advanced. It's not stuff that you can buy at Walmart, for example. And I hope that you guys have been doing well. When I was doing this just a little bit ago, I thought it's fascinating to paint on black canvas. This was fascinating to me because these colors were popping out, and some of the colors were kind of like, and yes, these are very budget friendly. They're craft paints, but it was just really enjoying this. I think I was kind of stunned more than anything because I've never done this on the black canvas before. And I didn't, I make these up as I go. And so I'm using 2 or 3 brushes here. One is a fan brush. It's a very small brush. And that there, I believe, is a 1-inch brush. Okay. And everything is so slippery here. And all I'm doing is I'm going off to the side, and I have a paper towel off to the side, and I'm just kind of wiping off the paint on the paper towel. And I'm just seeing what I can do. I am so excited. I hope that you guys are too. Spring is here. It's just about, for me, I'm looking forward to doing some plein air painting. Some really good plein air painting. And if everything works out, I will be painting in Missouri, and at one of my old high schools. I went to 3 high schools in my life, and one of them was in Missouri, and I'll be painting there for a benefit, and I'll be showing some people how to do some painting. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be my first time out, just to have fun and to encourage other people to paint and show them, answer questions and kind of show them how it's done. And even I'll probably, whoever comes around, I'll let them paint and stuff. So it's going to be a very fun time. I can't wait to do that. And that will be in a month. So anyways, I'm just using these two little styrofoam plates here with my paint, and I'm just kind of going over, I'm very limited on what I can do here as far as the color goes. Doing it live like this, in one setting. So you kind of have to excuse me for that. And, looking at it now, yes, I had red paint out of that craft paint, but I didn't use it. And the red sure would have helped with a lot of the colors, a lot. You'd be surprised how much just a little bit of a color affects the whole color that you're trying to mix. Just a little bit, little touch of this, little touch of that, and it really affects the tone of the colors. And but I'm just having fun here, okay? So first I didn't know what to paint. I walked in here and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just paint like a seascape, maybe an ocean, at night. And then I was thinking, well, but I could do like a really awesome, a really good sunrise coming up, I'm talking about using the black canvas there. And I was like, well, but those mountains would really glow at night with the moon over them, wouldn't they? I mean, there's so many kinds of ideas that you can come up with, right? And the paints I'm using are matte, so they're not, they're not, what do you call it? They're not fluorescent paints or nothing like that. They're matte, so they're pretty flat. But when you're using, and the canvas is, it's flat, it's black. That's how it came. I didn't paint it black or anything like that. So I was like, okay, well, I got all this foreground here, and I'm like, and what do I do with it? Everything's on the spot here. So I was thinking, well, maybe I can kind of make it like, make it like an inlet, inway, to where the water comes through the two pieces of land there. And I went with that. And so what I've learned from this one painting alone, was that just a little bit of paint does a whole lot, especially on black canvas, because everything's bright. I thought everything was going to be super dark. I thought everything was going to be like really bland and yeah, some of the mixing I did, of course, the colors, when you look at them, if I was to put them on a white sheet or whatever, they would have came across really bland. But using this black canvas here, everything was super bright, and I was like, wow. And if you've never tried acrylics before, and this is the first one I've done in months, a long time. And like I said, I was just trying it out before I start with this, the more professional grade paint and professional grade canvases and such. So I was just trying this out. And I was having a blast. But yeah, if you're new with, if you ever want to try this, or if you have kids or something that wants to try this, they do have fluorescent paint and acrylic, and they have glow in the dark acrylic paints, and you could paint something like this that would glow in the dark, literally. For me, like I said, I just wanted to sit down and paint something different. I wanted to try out this, the black panel. I've got just a lot of stuff here at the house, and a lot of things I don't even touch, because I'm too busy on working on something or having fun on something else, But if you're new or if you've never tried acrylics, give it a try. It is friendly. It is water-based, and no other mediums. I don't use nothing except for. I just had just a little sprinkle of water, and I just a little bit for the brush, and that was it. The brushes, and that was it. You know, you easily wipe your fingers off with soap and water, and you know. So I'm with my finger. I'm trying to brighten up the moon. I wanted the center of the moon to get bright because that really would have done it, but it was so slippery. It kind of went everywhere. um, but yeah, you know, and this is just off the top of my head, guys. So I am looking so forward to showing you some of the supplies I have and what I'll be using for the next videos. And I cannot wait to do some plein air painting. And a surprise came in. I have a French easel all of a sudden. And we'll see how that works, but that's in the future. So, anyways, I'm just kind of going across here, you know, just seeing what I can come up with. You know, like I said, this was the first time. I know if I was to play around with this, of course I could have made it a lot. You know, I could have gotten some really awesome shades in there and different brightness, you know, contrasts and stuff. But it was fine. It was fine. But I want to thank you, man. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. You know, I really appreciate you coming back. And yes, I'll be doing more watercolor videos. Of course I will. And I have Payne's Gray now. And I'm going to do a video on that. And I'm going to compare it to the Payne's Gray that I make. So that's another thing that I'll be doing. So I haven't tried the Payne's Gray yet, but for the first time in almost 2 years, in the first time in my life, I do have Payne's Gray watercolor here. Finally. And I'll pull that out and I'll test it, and I'll do a video on that. So I'm just kind of throwing in some yellow. You'll see the colors at the end here, the colors I had to work with.